Make your purchase. And here to talk about that with us is Elisa Hitchcock from Keller Williams. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good to be here.
Thank you for coming in. Most of us will need a mortgage to buy a house. So should you try to clean up your credit history before you start your search?
Correct. The first thing before you even start looking at homes, you want to make sure your credit history is good, so you can get an annual credit report very easily. There's multiple sites that you can go to. Just Google credit report and you'll get multiple ways to do that. But you get one free one a year.
Yeah, so you should check that and make sure there's no discrepancies kind of thing.
Correct, right.
Okay.
And then start cleaning it up if you do have discrepancies. Sometimes it's multiple people have the same name, so you want to make sure that it's really your history.
Yeah, and I was looking into buying a home. Everybody was telling me you need to have a pre-approval loan first, and I kept going, well, why? Can you kind of explain why there's a benefit to that?
Absolutely. You want to start working with a lender immediately to get pre-approved. That way you know exactly, you'll get your budget and know exactly what you want to spend for a house. Yeah. And once you do find that right house, you're ready to make an offer on the house. And it's a serious offer when the seller sees your pre-approval letter. They know that you are doing the right things to get ready to buy their home.
Yeah. And how do you know if you can actually, how much of a home you can afford? Because, you know, I drive down to subdivisions all the time, go, I like that house, I like that house. But, you know, on different blocks, it can be anywhere from, you know, $150,000 to $500,000. So how do you know how much house you can afford?
Right. It's really important that you have a budget and you know how much you want to spend. A third of your income, gross income, is what you want to think about for your mortgage. And you want to make sure that you have a good amount in savings, because it's not just that payment of your house, it's also maintenance of the house.
Wow.
You just don't realize that, you know, your air conditioner could go out as soon as you move in, and so then you've got an air conditioner to take care of. Just maintaining that home is a lot more than renting.
Yeah. And speaking of bank accounts, how do you know how much you should put down, or you should put as much as you can down, or would a higher number be more attractive to get a loan or anything like that?
20% would be a great rule of thumb. You really don't want to put more than 20% down, but that would just get you really vested in your home and get you started, so you're building some equity as well.
At what point do you contact a realtor like yourself? Do you do some research first and then contact the realtor, or you contact the realtor first and let her do all the work?
Well, I recommend that you really get a solid idea of where you want to be. One, know your financial plan. Make sure you identify what your budget is. And then research the areas that you want to be in. You know, what neighborhood, maybe because of the school district or a certain park that you want to walk your dog, or your friends are nearby, family's important. So research the areas, find your lender, and then find a really good real estate agent. I would recommend calling several of them and interviewing them, kind of just asking questions that are important to you over the phone. Maybe meet one for coffee, and because it's going to be a long process, and so you want to make sure that that's a relationship that you're comfortable with.
Yeah, and if most people are like me, they don't want to pay asking price, you know, so how much can you pay down? Like, you know, if the house is, you know, $200,000, can I make an offer of $80,000?
Right.
I guess you can always make that offer. It probably won't be accepted, but
right. You don't want to insult the seller, but you also don't want to leave money on the table. So
don't want to pay too much.
With your real estate agent, you want to have them do comparable market analysis, where you can come up and find out where the market is bearing that price and that offer. So you want to come up with a fair offer, and so seeing where the houses in that neighborhood have sold historically in the last 6 months is how you're going to be able to find the right offer to ask on that property.
All good advice. And how can people get in contact with you if they would like, you know, to know more about the home buying process or anything like that?
They can call me at 903-814-2689, and my website is viewtexoma.com.
Okay, that's easy to remember.
Thank
Lisa
you.
Hitchcock, thank you very much for coming in. We
You're
really
welcome.
do appreciate it. If you find that house that you like, it may be a good advice to also do a home inspection.